Today we're gonna speak about how to get real friends because I was in that situation. I was in that situation when I was so desperately trying to get into a group of people who were really not my friends, but they seemed like such a good choice and I wanted to impress them, and then I was trying too hard and I never fit into the group, but I was still desperately trying to be in. But it was not a real friendship and it was not fulfilling. It was not the kind of relationship I deserved. And today we're gonna speak about it, how to get real friends, where to find them, and some other information. I think that finding friends is a little bit similar like when you are trying to find a romantic partner. So the first thing what you want to do is define what you expect from a friend. So what kind of values do you want the people to have? What kind of people do you want to surround yourself with? You can also make a list of qualities that are important to you. And once you reflect on what you want and expect from a friendship, you can also evaluate your current friendships. The second point is that if you want to attract someone into your life, you have to be that kind of person as well. So let's say you are part of a group and everyone goes partying all the time, they smoke, they drink, they eat junk food, and your desired group of friends are inspirational people who follow their dreams, who lock in, who go for the things they promise themselves to do, but you still have the habits and the traits of people who are in your current group, and you go to the parties all the time instead of working on your dream. You eat the junk food instead of taking care of yourself when it comes to nutrition, then that's the thing to work on. But it also comes down not just to habits, but also your qualities. If you're looking for reliable friends who can keep secrets, then you have to be exactly the same kind of friend. No one can expect that if someone is gonna be gossiping, rude, unreliable, that they're gonna attract people who are reliable, who don't gossip. That's just not how it works. It's also good to work on your communication skills here. If you know about yourself that you can get angry very quickly, or you get jealous and then you get kind of irritated and then you snap at people, that's something that you want to work on, because that's not how you want to treat your friends and people who love you, right? And with the third point, let's say you define the friend. You are a very high quality person, you take care of yourself, you watch how you communicate, you are a good friend. Then you have to find a friend somewhere. And for this, it's very useful to go to the environments where you would expect the people that you are looking for to be. A very common option is to join some kind of communities or groups that are focused on a specific interest that you enjoy. You can attend events, networking opportunities, social opportunities, wherever the people who are like-minded would appear. But if you're a little bit more shy but you still want to find friends, you can also consider online communities. Again, there are a lot of groups and communities where people are centered around a certain hobby, so that could help you a lot with finding friends. And once you find some people, some potential friends, it's very important to be able to recognize red and green flags. The story I said at the beginning, where I was just putting in the effort and nothing was reciprocated. Ugh, terrible word. That's exactly the red flag that you can look out for, because obviously not every single person will match with every single person. So maybe you think that you would be friends with someone, but someone else doesn't think that they would like to be your friend, and that's okay. But if you really consistently put in effort into a relationship and the second person is not doing anything back, they just like, okay, whatever, okay, I guess, then that's not the friend that you're looking for. Because in friendship, same as in the partnership, when one puts the effort in, the second one puts the effort in as well. That's how relationships work. They should have the balance where both of the people contribute, and it's like an exchange of energy, of whatever, but you don't expect the exchange to happen. Jealousy could be also a big red flag, because I experienced this myself when I am doing good and I just feel like I cannot say it to the person, and it feels very uncomfortable because I want to share my success or I want to share my happiness, but I just feel like the person just does not like when I do it. and that's not nice. You want to have people around you who will support you, who will be happy for your success and happy for your growth, not people who are jealous of you being happy. And this one will help a lot people who are very sensitive to energies. So one big sign that I am always looking out for when it comes to spending time with people is, are they draining my energy? Whenever someone drains my energy, it's a big red flag for me. The person doesn't even necessarily have to do something bad, but I just cannot spend my energy being around people who suck my energy. It doesn't have to be a specific reason, you know, like sometimes the people are just tiring, and I know exactly a specific example from my life as well, and the person was kind of nice and I wanted to be friends. However, every single time when I spent time with them, I was just ready to go nap. I was so drained, I felt so unmotivated. But then I have this friend, and whenever we meet, we have so interesting conversations and we are in tune, in sync. I feel so inspired every single time when we have conversation. I leave the chat and I'm like, yeah, let's go. And that's how I like to feel around friends. And with green flags, I would say it's the mutual support, honesty, reliability, good communication. I would also point out here that a common misconception is that you have to be very similar with the person that you are friends with. But I would like to say that's not true at all. I think that a lot of times people who are actually not that similar vibe together very well. So your friend does not have to do the same, be the same. It's actually a very nice exchange when you are with a person who thinks differently, who sees the world through a different lens. It's a very refreshing experience. And point number 5 is pretty much connected with the first story as well. Keep your boundaries and don't be desperate. Because being desperate and just like trying to be friends with someone who is not interested in you, it won't work. And you're just gonna make a fool out of yourself. Find yourself people who are gonna appreciate your presence and who are gonna be happy to spend time with you, because there are gonna be people like that. And if you currently don't have any friends, then don't worry. There will be time for you. At some points of my life, I had just one friend and that was it. And a lot of people around me had so big groups of friends. Maybe they were still like going deep and had a very deep relationship, but I rather have 2-3 friends throughout my life and just have very deep bond with them rather than having a lot of people around me. And I found my friends randomly throughout my life. It was not like everyone from childhood. I have friends from different groups with different interests. I met everyone at different times, and I remember how lonely I used to feel and how I felt like I'm never gonna have friends. But that's not true, and it's not true for you as well. You're gonna find your group. You just have to go out and try to find them. And that's point number 6, be open to unexpected friendships. You don't have to script it, where you're gonna meet the people, where you're gonna meet someone. You don't have to force it. It's just gonna come out of nowhere. It's the same thing with love. It's sometimes very annoying because you cannot control it, and we love to control the things, right? But when you're gonna be doing things that you really enjoy and going to places that you would go to anyways, and you're just gonna enjoy yourself, eventually you're gonna find people who you're gonna love spending time with, who are gonna be inspirational, who you're gonna share your deepest dreams and secrets with, and those friends exist. I must say that a long time I was very much focused on my romantic relationships, and my friendships were kind of not that important to me. I am very big introvert. I love spending time with myself, and I don't know, I just deemed it not as important. But once I started finding friends along the way, along my journey through life, I really enjoy it, and it's actually a very nice experience. So just because you don't have friends now, as I said, it doesn't mean that you're not gonna find your group of people. And go for your tribe and go for the people who you truly vibe with. You don't have to lower yourself to be with someone who is not really your friend, and you just try to fit in because the group seems kind of fancy, or it seems good for other people that you are in that group. No, just go for genuine relationships. A lot of times, it's not every single time, but a lot of times when you meet someone who you immediately click with, you know, that kind of person who you would just chat with them for hours and hours the first day you meet. Those are such golden people, and you can find them. But that doesn't mean that it has to happen with everyone, because I also have the friend who is very inspirational to me. It was not necessarily like that we would click from the beginning. The relationship kind of built along the way, and the longer we know each other, it's actually stronger and more beautiful friendship. And 7 point, once you find the right friends, nurture the relationship. Take care of them, be gentle to them, communicate with them, communicate how you feel, communicate your boundaries, listen to them, what they've got to say, build a love map, so what they love doing, what are their aspirations, ask open questions, ask them everything, try to get them to know so deeply if they are the right friend, if you feel great around them. But there will be also the times when it's gonna be a little bit more difficult and you have to communicate through it. That's completely normal. Just because you have a disagreement doesn't know that it's not the right friendship. I would say, if I would have to point out one thing what to look out for, look at the energy. Look at the energy. I don't know, energy just never fails me. And whenever there is the energy, good vibe, good energy, it's good. I trust my gut feeling. But when the energy is bad and you have kind of that anxious feeling from that person, I don't know, I never go for it. And so far, my intuition was very correct when it comes to energy and people. That's my thing. And if you're sensitive to energies, that could be your thing as well. That will be it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like or consider subscribing, and see you in the next one. Bye!